Well, hello everyone. We're here. It's showtime. Hey Nick, how you doing?
I'm great.
Yeah, you've got amazing energy, so it's good to see. But
Very lucky, Marie.
I know, but yeah. So welcome everybody, and Nick and I were just talking about how things are things are really speeding up. Things seem to be just really shifting and changing, and yeah, just being so what's the word? It's just so easy, isn't it, to tap into the energies and things that are going. So, yeah. Oh, hi, Lady Hawk. You're on. Yay. So yeah, so how's everyone going out there? Like, how's everyone else feeling at the moment? What's been happening? Have you been getting downloads, or have you just been able to rest? Whatever it is. It's been interesting. We may have a visitor pop on to the show. I'm just waiting to see if this person can get on or not. And yeah, which is nice. We love having visitors. So guys, if you would like to pop on and come on, and if you've got a dream and you want to talk about it with us, or if you've had a synchronistic experience, or even if you just want to come on and hang out, we'd love that. So people are starting to get a bit braver, I think, to come on. Yeah. So yeah. So Nick, so tell me, what's been going on?
A lot happening in the dream world, and very different dreams, very different again. Like I said, things that I can't explain in words anymore, which is a great feeling because it means that the words are constricting. The moment we add something to it, it can, limit what the meaning is for us individually. I'm really getting a greater understanding of everything around me. And as I said, I just said this to Marie before we got on, I really feel like this is the dream we're in now.
Yeah.
It really is the dream we're in. And even some of the dreams that I've been having, it's all been about directing me to the word and the concept of dreams. And it's sort of like bringing more, and I get awareness in my dreams, all the synchronicities in life. Like I cleaned out a bookshelf and it's just here because I've been saying to read it. And this book is called Dream Brother. It fell out while I was trying to find another book for a visitor I had the other day in the house. And it just fell and hit my foot, which I always know, okay, I really need to read this. It was bought for me a long time ago.
And you haven't read it yet?
No, I'm so excited about it though. It's like just trying to find the time to do it now, which I'm not amazing. Yeah.
I love those synchronicities. I love them. That's in your face. It's on your foot.
Yeah. So, and more people are sharing so many amazing experiences, and there's an underlying current of love coming through everything right now.
Yeah,
it really is.
So yeah, and hi Teresa. I'm so glad you made it as well. So Lady Hawks, this is what she's been doing.
Staying in protective mode, protecting my energies. Yeah. I'd be interested to know how you do that, Lady Hawk, at the moment. Yes. Because we are riding a little bit of an up-down still. It's the anticipation of things.
Yeah. No, I agree. And so, yeah, I've been doing the same actually just for myself. So because my beautiful friend sort of transitioned and is now awake while we're still asleep, I put up a post and I could feel the impact of people's, thoughts and love coming to me, but it was actually impacting my solar plexus. So I did have to put up some protection, which was really interesting. So, yeah. So, it'd be great to know how you do that, Lady Hawk, because, yeah, exactly. So pop that up there if you get a chance. So, but yeah, so today I thought really good timing to maybe go back into more of our lucid dreaming or our awake dreaming where we can feel things and maybe see things that we know we're actually there, consciously being unconscious. And it's so interesting because some of the beautiful dreams that got sent through are very much around that. And and I also had one last night. I did some meditating before I went to sleep, and just as I was going off to sleep, I got this voice that said, there is no death. That was the message I got, number one. And then I went, okay. And then I went to sleep and I was dreaming that I was actually in this, getting a healing. I went to this particular person for a healing, and my two friends came with me, very close friends, and they were sitting there, and then the lady came in and said, sorry, we had to have you waiting. It's okay. And then she said, but you're lucky today. There's our beautiful Serafina next door, and she does amazing work. I went, okay. And I could feel the energy coming from this Seraphina. And it was so beautiful, such high frequency. I went, oh, it's almost angelic. Awesome. Anyway, so she started to work on me. I was sitting down and she had like a telephone size piece of electronic equipment. And she was running it up and down my energy field. And I could see the colors changing, but I felt this frequency come through. And I was going, oh, this is so beautiful. And I was going, it's very intense, but hey, I love intense, bring it on. So in my dream, I could feel this frequency going through my whole body. And then I almost went off into, you know, how you get taken off. And then the next minute, this lady walks in through the door with a clipboard and she's like looking very official. And I went, oh, what's going on? And she said to my friends, you guys have to leave. I'm here on official business. And I went, oh, this is interesting. And I looked at the healing lady and she wasn't perturbed. And this lady started going on. It was like she was doing a quality assurance check on this little business. And she was like, yeah, no, I've been hearing things about you lot and da-da-da. So she sat on the little bed. And the next minute she's, I'm going, this is so weird. And I said, well, I'll leave as well because this isn't about me. She went, no, you stay. And then the next minute she was up in the corner with her arms completely bent up behind her back, like you see in The Exorcist or something like that. And I'm just going, oh, this is weird. And this young 30-year-old or something man walks in with another lady and he just goes, oh, yeah, that's so predictable. Goes up, puts his arms around this thing and just holds her while she's going off like, head spinning stuff. And I'm just sitting there going, oh, man, this is really weird. And with that, I woke up with my heart pounding. So I rang, of course, my dream buddy this morning. I went, Sandy, I've got like 5 minutes before I've got to get ready. And she went, I knew what it was anyway, but she just confirmed it for me, which was lovely. So
what did she say? Anything to share?
Yeah, so for me, what it was I was doing a healing on myself. So my higher self, I feel, was actually doing a healing for me with what I've been going through. Like it's been a big week.
Yeah.
And I could, this frequency was beautiful. So the aspect of me that came out was this controlling, distorted aspect that was actually being released. But they weren't fazed by it. They just went, yeah, we've seen this before, no drama. And they were just, they had it covered, literally. There was a team for me. And I was just sitting there going, what? And as soon as I went into that space of like almost when you go off, that's when that crazy woman walks in. So it was a healing. It was actually a lucid dream healing, and that's what we're talking about today. So
and Angel Laurie's just turned up.
Right. Did you not get the StreamYard link to come on, or I don't know, or did you just mean that you were going to pop into the comments? Let us know, because I would love you to actually go through your dream, because I was not quite sure where some of it what some of it meant. So so hi Angel Laurie. So let us know if you want to come on. You need me to resend the StreamYard link, just let me know. Okay. So we'd love to have you on. But so that was my dream, and that was my lucid dream last night. So I was sitting in a chair getting healing through a frequency machine.
Brilliant. It's great that you can do that, though, isn't it? You can set that intention, and we are in control. We are our own creators.
Yeah, exactly. And it's true, and exactly what Lady Hook said.
Intention is everything. Yeah, absolutely.
I just loved that message, and it was a deep voice that came through that said, there is no death. Yeah. Beautiful confirmation of what we talk about. So it's just that transition. It's just going over that bridge through that void to back up to be home. So Oh, Angel Laurie said, you sent a link. Yeah, Angel Laurie, it's on an email. So if you want to, you can try and jump on that way, and then I can let you in through the back door. We have back doors here. So if you want to, if you'd like to, but if you haven't got it, let me know and I'll resend it to you. So, okay. So what did you get from that, Nick? Was there anything that popped up for you from that lucid dream I had?
Oh, isn't it funny? My memory as well is just like going, it's just dropping away really quickly too. And then I have to take the steps backwards to get to it. So when you were talking about running that energy, I was feeling that even as you were saying it.
It was pretty powerful, because I was thinking to myself, this would blow most people's brains out, but I'm just loving it. Bring it on. So,
And you know those, you see like the technician that comes in, and I know that could be archetypes of us in certain times, and where we have to sort of pull ourselves back into line and just, you know, get ourselves, whether it means, you know, I just need to get more sleep, or I need to get, you know, be kinder to myself, or I need to maybe just stop having too many external influences, or whatever it will be. But I do feel also there's a group of technicians that are out there that's their forte. That's what they do. They know they're so precise about everything that they come in and they sort of just help guide us a little bit as well.
Well, that's a good concept. I hadn't actually really thought of that. But, you know, and the fact that the name Seraphina came up, which is an angel, and it's an angel of families and love and all of that sort of thing. So thank you. That's a really good point. So, because this person knew what they were doing with this machine.
You know how people in real life will go and get assistance. So, you know, people will come to you for your skills. I think there are people that we have also on the other side of the veil that do the same thing. And those ones are really clinical. I've come across them before as well.
Okay, so you've had dreams as well where you've actually experienced something like that.
Well, yeah, where if somebody's come in like a technician or an expert, and they're not emotionless completely, but they feel like it. You know, you think, oh, you haven't got much bedside manner, do you? But that's not their thing.
Actually, that's a little bit what this was like. Like, they were all just very calm. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Typical. You know, it's like there was no big deal for them.
That's great. I love it.
Exorcist going on in the corner.
That thing I don't know about.
It was pretty funny. So, yeah. But yes, and it was really interesting because I did have an intention just, you know, last night. So, yeah. So, do you want to read what Lady Hawk said there?
Yeah, we were asking everybody how they were feeling, and Lady Hawk said here, more attentive to my fields, not auras, several times a day. Intention to thicken the Merkaba from incoming energies using violet light to clear anything that isn't for my highest good.
Lady Hawk, that is spot on. And you know what I've found in life is when we keep our aura clear and, you know, and really tune in and acknowledge it, that's when our physical body stays well as well, because it always starts in the etheric. Anything, any illness, any release, any toxins, anything that needs to come out that presents itself as some sort of dis-ease, to me, my knowing is it starts in the etheric field. That's why I'm constantly banging on about do your white lighting, make sure you keep yourself clear. So, yeah, so I think that's amazing. That's beautiful. So we've got it. We have, Marie's on. Hi, Marie, as well. Yay. I think I might leave Angel Laurie's dream and to see it, and if she can get through on and come on and do it, because I'd love her to read it out and explain it all. That'd be just amazing. So, but do you want to show people, first of all, before we do Niobe's dream that she sent through, what you actually did with your dream and how you got some information, you know, what you just showed me? Yeah.
I said to Marie earlier, I said I had a very unusual dream week, and I had to actually draw my dream because I couldn't describe it in words. And that's what I'm finding is the words are just, it's like, what language do we speak? Where's the real language? Oh, it's not actually the language we should be communicating with. So I had to draw it. So I got up in the morning and I did a little quick watercolor drawing. It's very, you know, it's just a symbology of what I was seeing because I couldn't actually understand. And so in my dream, I kept waking up and I'm saying, what does this mean? Like, what are the words I need to attach to this? And then I'd go back into the dream. So I was fully aware, very lucid about what I was saying. All right, here it is again. And this is not the first time. I've had this experience before. And I kept saying, what is it? What is it? Give me some words. I need some words so I can write them down and then I can share it. Nothing. It was like, I'm not meant to get anything. I was relying too much on words. And so it was forcing me. And I've been getting in my dreams a lot about going and doing some painting. And maybe this is why, is to record them in a different way, try something unique. So just to so you can see, because it's back the front on the camera here, this is my right-hand side, and this is going towards the left. And it was rolling, this energy and light was rolling through me as I was sleeping. I physically could feel myself turning in my bed, following it. And so what I got was the squiggles that are coming down from the top to the bottom is energy that's coming in. And I felt it was beautiful energy, actually. And then so underneath all of this is like the murkiness. It's like a rock pool that gets flushed out by a wave. And then it was starting to get less murky and sort of a bit clearer in terms of changing. It was like some sort of metamorphosis going on. And then eventually it got to this part. And when we got to here, there were no boundaries to anything. It was just, there was still energy coming through all of these. And the last one, you can just barely see there was energy coming in. But it was starting to become more in flow. I was in flow with it all. However, and this is for everyone out there, this was not just me. This was for the whole collective. And not only was it, I was feeling it was for the whole world, the whole universe.
Wow.
This was on a much grander scale, but I was experiencing what it felt like to be a human being in a body, understanding it from my perspective, but no words. It was up to me to decide. But there definitely was some sort of, I guess, refreshment going on. It's like we've already had it here. Here is where we're getting refreshed, like the wave coming in and washing out and cleaning everything out and bringing in beautiful new energy coatings. Yeah.
You can really see the step by step, can't you? That building and then coming into the gorgeous combination of pastels and colours. So, yeah. And it's interesting because with those colours, that was sort of similar to what I was seeing within this device that was running as it was going over my body. It was like the pastel colours in dot form. And it was interesting because Niobe's dream, she talks about this overlay of patterns. And I was going, well, that's what it looked like on this little thing. So it's fascinating. There's actually very much a synchronistic thing going on here. So,
and I just show one more quick thing related to it. I found this in a box of my mother's stuff. She loves collecting stones, etc. And it's so funny because if I hold them up together here, you can see the similarity, the stone colours. Wow. And it's basically opal.
I'll see if I can get you up bigger.
I'm not very good at holding these up.
I want me to go up bigger.
I'm sorry, I apologise.
Hang on, let me just see. I don't know how. No, sorry, I was trying to get you up bigger.
I place it, don't I? So it's the opal, and it has all the same colours in it. And I thought, isn't that amazing that I've just found this rock as well? It's, so I'm trying to understand it and get my feeling, and then have to find the words somehow in English to get the message across.
You're spot on. Oh, that is opal. Now, I don't know if you guys watching this, if you know, Australia is quite famous for its opals. And I'm not sure if they're mined anywhere else in the world. Do you know if they are mined anywhere else in the world, Nick?
No, I don't think they are.
I think they're quite unique to Australia, and they're beautiful. They are, as Nick just said, they are just this myriad of beautiful colours. And, yeah, with the blue base or whatever it is, it's gorgeous. So, yeah, and Lady Hawk's really interested in that. So,
yeah, she said, I am an art therapist. That's really interesting, yeah.
So, sorry, I'll just let Angel Laurie know. Angel Laurie, I've emailed you another link for StreamYard. You just need Google Chrome to be able to get on to through StreamYard, honey. So just give that a go and see how you go. I've definitely emailed you to your Yahoo address. Okay, so try and get on. I'm so excited.
Exactly.
So, wow. So that's beautiful. Sorry, what were you going to say, Nick?
I just have a question for someone who's an art therapist, because what the thing in this whole dream message I was getting is that I'm not meant to have words for it. And we have to start letting release ourselves a little bit from that. So I do think a lot of people have dreams where they can't put words to it, and some people say, I just don't remember them. But there are other times they're so abstract that they just don't know. So in actual fact, they're probably still getting great messages from them. They just don't know how to attach any words to it. And as an art therapist, I mean, that would be the case, I'm sure, with what Lady Hawk's saying there, is that people communicate through art. People who are non-verbal can do art.
That's true. Yeah, it's so true. There's so many ways to express, isn't there? And we're all so unique. Yeah. So this is interesting. So Christine, hi, Triangle's on as well. And Christine.
I believe New Zealand mine opals too. Well,
that's not surprising, I suppose, is it? We're pretty attached.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, yeah, okay, no, that makes sense as well. So, that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. And isn't it just amazing how we evolve and how we change once we start to place focus on our subconscious and our your divine self coming through these dreams. So would you say, Nick, it's actually helped you to shift and change who you are?
Yeah. I feel like, and particularly with the energies that are coming in for the next day or so, I really am getting that is showing me that there's something coming in for us, and it's imprinting something through our beings, and it's going to be magnificent. Because when I look at an opal is absolutely, it's quite spectacular to look at. It's mesmerizing in itself. And
can you hold it up again for me?
Yeah,
really close. I'm still trying to work out how to get you big.
No, not. How's that?
Yeah, no, that's beautiful. So yeah, and it can have every color in it, like pinks. It can just be amazing. So when it's just but that's stunning. Thank you.
Yeah, they're beautiful stones.
Yeah, no, so that's good. I agree. Art can be soothing and relaxing, and it's almost like I find when I'm doing I love pencil drawing, and when I'm in that state, it's almost like you're in this beautiful meditative space, doing an active meditation. I remember when I broke my arm, and I ended up with 2 plasters on it because my arm sort of shrunk so much, and my arm fell out of bed, and I actually then tore my shoulder, and he said, "Oh, you're going to get frozen shoulder from that." And I was going, no way. So anyway, I went to the physio, but after about 6 weeks or so, he said, "Oh, it'll be about another 2 years before you'll get that arm movement back." So I just did as much work as I could on it. I had friends doing work on it, and I was sitting there doing my drawing, doing my art therapy one day, and I felt this pain come through my shoulder, and I went, hello. I said, "Shoulder, you know what to do. I'm just going to leave this up to you." So I went back, ignored it, went back to my drawing. The next minute, I felt this heat pouring down my arm, and the pain went. And the next day, I could do this. The physiotherapist nearly fell off his chair. He went, "I've never seen this before." This is our body healing itself. Mm-hmm. So if we, like you say, if you follow your intuition and do your artwork or do whatever it is you get drawn to do, miracles happen. Mm-hmm. So yeah. We've got a visitor.
Yeah, she did it. Well done.
Hey, Laurie, welcome.
Hello. Hi, ladies.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you ladies doing? And how's Jasper?
Oh, Jazzy's great. He's here. Haven't even said hello from you today, have we? So, wow. And so, Angel Laurie, where are you coming from? Tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I'm originally a native New Yorker, but I live in North Carolina. So I'm in North Carolina now.
Okay.
But I'm still in New York. I'm still a New York girl. I don't know. This is my spiritual journey, ladies. I'm on my journey, and it only took me like 55 years to get here. Okay.
Look, join the club. I think even, being awake and aware as a child, it still really has just been, as Nick was just saying, it's been so intense and everything is getting so much faster. It doesn't matter how long, it's just much easier now. So I'm not surprised. So what triggered you to actually go to this path?
2020, when I guess my team that I work with said, "This girl is not going to wake up. She's not going to wake up. We got to wake her up." So they gave me like excruciating back pain from my neck to like my upper back. Pain I've never felt in my life. I have a daughter. She's 35. I gave birth, and it was not even, the pain in my back was worse than that. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what is happening to me? I don't get pain. I don't get sick. I'm like, what's happening? So then all of a sudden, like I'm watching like YouTube things, and a lot of this stuff kept coming up. Angel this, earth angel that, etheric wings. And I was like, etheric wings? Let me look at that. And I look, and she's talking about, and I'm like, is this what's happening to me? Are you people letting some etheric seraphim wings come in, and you giving me this level of pain just to make me? I was like, couldn't you just like give me a hug? Laurie, sweetie, it's time to wake up. It's time. No, they had to kick me and get me in there, but it worked.
Yeah,
it worked.
yes.
I'm fully here. You know, I came in with all my gifts, but somehow I put a block on them, shut them down,
Yeah.
and just was enjoying my matrix world.
Yeah.
You know, I really feel that everything's in divine timing. So, you know, that would have been a part of that blueprint for your soul. And it does, it'll just kick in. It go now, ding, it's like an alarm going off. And it would have been perfect timing so that landed in.
It was perfect timing before the.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly before that. Like
wow.
About like maybe a month before, it went crazy here in the US. It went insane. And I was like, I don't trust doctors and stuff like that anyway. So that was never gonna be me. But I guess they just wanted to make sure that I was awake and aware, you know. But yes, ever since then, I've been full in, you know, I've been doing my hypnotic regressions and exploring past existences. So far, I'm galactic. I'm not even like just staying on the earth. I'm in the Pleiades. I'm doing stuff as a Syrian. I'm like, can I just sit still as a soul? Can I just find one focus and just stay there and learn? It just seems like I like to be I like to be out there.
Yeah. So you're a traveler. And I think a lot of us star seeds are. And like someone asked me yesterday, well, you know, what reality, what realm do you feel you come from? Is it more, you know, is it more Pleiadian? Is it? And I was going, I can't put a pinpoint on it. To me, I've got a little bit of everything, you know, from Andromedan energy through to whatever. And we're the travelers, I think. And that's, you know, for us, this was an adventure. I'm just going to slap myself to remind myself to not think this is an adventure next time. Yeah, so I don't know. That's just my thoughts. So I agree with you on that. What about you, Nick? Do you have a feeling of any particular realm or place?
I do. You know, it's come through in my dreams. So I figure that's not my dream. So therefore I know where it is. Definitely there's strong Palladium, which I think is probably the closest to where I am now, where I was incarnated from into. But then last night I was sitting there thinking, and I know there's Andromeda somewhere in amongst it as well, but I'm starting to let go of that, to be honest. I'm starting to realize that this is now what I'm embodying, and the experience that we're formulating something brand new, and it's really exciting. And the only way I can fully encompass that is if I still know that I have those beautiful attachments to those places, and they guide me and all the wisdom that's come from there. But I'm here for a reason. So I'm going to try and stay here in body and do what it is that I'm meant to be here doing. But whole time, I totally agree with you, Angel Laura. It's like there's something beautiful when you do connect back to those soul families and soul groups that you've had in the past. I don't even know if they're past. I think they're still happening at the same time as well.
Exactly. I think it's all just what we like to say in the now. I think we're always in the now.
Yeah.
In all dimensions of space and time and everything. But I do agree with you. I do tend to have favorite. And I have this is Pleiadian, this is the Andarian crystal. So I have my Pleiadian. I wear this every day. And then I have my labradorite, but it has, I don't know if you can see it, but it has a lion's head on it. I am very connected to the Lyrians. Everything in my life is very connected to the big cats, especially the lions and the leopards. My car, the interior is all leopard. Wow. Like a big cat driving around all the time. So we do have our favorites. Yes, those tend to be my favorites.
Yeah, that's Syrian as well. Yeah, definitely. But
what about you, Greg?
Me, I know I've actually been through the Syrian gateway lucidly. when we were doing an amazing crystal, what do you call it, gridding. And I was going, this looks like a massive hanger, but it's made like a plain hanger, but it was made from a material, a metal I've never seen before. And I was walking under it going, this is massive. What is this? And when I came back, back into my body from the gridding, I didn't say anything. My friend said, oh, you went through the Syrian gateway. And I went, is that what it was? I'm getting goosebumps. And I actually remember seeing it. So it's like we can actually travel, but we can still be here and do that consciously. So this is why, this lucid dreaming, Angel Laurie, you have so many dreams where you are, experiencing that, right?
I don't even call them dreams anymore. I just call them experiences.
Beautiful.
Because before I go to sleep, I make sure I set my intentions and also say my protections. And I ask my guides, I'm like, well, if somebody's not busy tonight, can you travel with me? So to make sure you keep me out of the lower realms, because it seems like if I don't have someone with me, I don't know why, but I'll tend to go to the lower realms and they beat you up there. And, you come back with physical, I've had like bruises, scratches. And it's like, I realized that it's because I'm like, when I'm traveling, I tend to go, I think like the fourth dimension really is the lower. And I tend to like go through the fourth before I go other places. And I think when your light body is in those dimensions, like maybe envious souls, envious energies, stuck energies see you and you're a beacon and they just come and it's like, hey, get that one, pile on, and I don't know. So before I go to sleep every night now, I always ask one of my guys, I'm like, one of my dragons or these beings that I met in one of my hypnosis sessions, I call them the fire lions. They're like literally fire, but they have like a head of a male lion. So their mane is just fire and flame. And they're like the most loving beings. So I don't know if they're Lyrans that are also fire beings. I don't know. They never like told me a name, but I've had a lot of interaction with these types of beings. So I always ask one of my fire lions or one of my dragons to go with me when I go to sleep and to stay with Thor too, because Thor travels too. To stay with Thor, escort us through so we can go do whatever we're gonna do. Because a lot of my dreams, I'm in council meetings. I'm like in these, I don't know, I don't call them federations. I call them councils. So I'm like, I can like hear my own voice talking about stuff happening on Earth, but then I'm also sitting in the audience with other beings. And I hear myself on a podium and I'm talking, and then I'll get off the podium and now go sit somewhere, but I'm like sitting in there already. And then I'll hear somebody else come to the podium and it's another me. It's another my voice. Yeah. So are we checking it from other dimensions?
Yeah.
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 It's amazing when you do have those experiences of actually seeing and feeling that. The whole concept of time goes out the window. The whole concept of that we're separate goes out the window, doesn't it? Literally.
It has to, because there's just no explanation for hearing. And I remember one time I was sitting in the I guess the audience, and like this giant being was in front of me blocking the view of the podium. And then I heard my voice. I was like, but wait, is that me? And I'm trying to look around this person and I couldn't. And then I woke up.
Yeah. So you could remember it. That's what I believe anyway. So yes, no, I agree. Years ago, I was meditating, and it's just beautiful night at home on the mountain. And I remember going, whoa, what is this? And I was connecting into all these beings, but they had my energy. I went, that's me. And I was like this green octopus. And then there was another aspect of me that was having an experience, through that same soul source. And I went, wow, it was just incredible. And as soon as I realized that, I went, oh, okay, it's not just me. We're multidimensional. We are omnipotent. We are omnipresent. We are everything, everywhere, but we just don't know it because we're focused here. So I think it's a great lesson to have that we're not alone. This is not it. We are not it. Yeah. So,
It's
so
really
Nick, have you ever experienced anything like that, like what Angel Laurie's talking about?
Yeah, not quite like that. And it makes me think now, the first thing I thought of is that there must be a thread at the moment just coming through here that's linking us for a reason. And I'm sure there's stuff that we're doing in our dream state that is connecting us together. Your dreams, though, are so unique to you. And for me, I mean, I can see the power that you've got in your dreams, and you standing on the podium is you speaking up, and it's like you're a teacher. You're there to impart some wisdom from, and you're being asked to contribute to guide others through a meeting, some sort of a meeting, which I always see that. I've had meetings too where I've sat down with a group of people, and it's like that's the teacher in me coming out, or the leader, or whatever you want to call it. But very different feeling, a very different vibe to the one you're talking about, you know? So that's what I love about it is, and we were talking about, Marie, with your person you had in your dream that was wearing what was it, the administrator, or the person from the clinic, what do they call them, clinicians, or
Quality assurance.
Yeah, exactly. And that's sort of like, that's how we get that message, is that that person has to play that particular role. So when you're in a meeting, what we're learning from it is that someone has one perspective, someone has another perspective. It's just information. It's just purely information, whereas we've come from a place of saying, oh, no, I don't agree with that. No, I don't agree with that, but I agree with that. More like, oh, that's information. Also, with all of this information that we have as a council, we can choose what we want to use to create and move forward in our part of the whole process of being here and what we're creating. Yeah, so I love hearing those stories, Angel. It's just beautiful because it says to me, oh, there's so much going on out there. And I love tapping into what other people are doing at the moment.
It's really fascinating how we're here in this realm, and we all think that we're doing this all by ourselves, we're all alone. But when you really look at it, the people that you interconnect with in your life, whether it's physical, family and friends, or a stranger that you meet on the street, or doing like we're intercontinental here, doing a stream where you're reaching across a whole other continent, to understand that you really are connected. You really are all family. There really is no separation. But then when you explore those other realms, it really reinforces it. Especially when you, because I've seen myself as just a soul, as just an energy. I'm like a rainbow energy. And just seeing or experiencing yourself as just this etheric source of energy, you realize that, yeah, you're connected here on the earth level, you're connected in the other realms. But when it all boils down to it, you're just like a little ball of energy. It's just a ball of energy, but that ball of energy, it's us. It's still our personality.
That's the ball of energy. It's exactly the same.
It's true. It's true. And we don't change our consciousness. We are aware of who we are and everything we've been. But I know, because I have left my body while I've been awake. And I know, and I'm going, so I'd still just stay me. Like, it's just the same as lucid dreaming. I'm still me.
Yeah.
It's literally. Yeah. So we never, ever have to be afraid of leaving our physical body if it comes to time where, this card just came up, the transition card, and there's the Emperor, because the true powerful us, as Angel Laurie was saying, and Nick, it's our actual energetic soul. So, yeah, it's beautiful. But well, thank you for sharing that. Now we've got your dream as well, and Niobe Rose has sent one through. So what I did, Angel Laurie, hi Maple Tree, she's on as well. Yeah, if we only knew how powerful we really are, Lady Hawk, you're spot on. But so Angel Laurie, what I did was I just took a little bit of it, and I thought maybe if you can just talk through it, because when you said that you had met this person, I wasn't sure. I thought I'm gonna ask you for more clarity. So we'll pop it up. Now, do you want to Do you want to read it and then maybe add in a bit more or whatever that's gone on for you?
Sure, because you know when I like type out my dreams to you, it's like a long page. It's long. So when you're
Really?
in it, it's like that.
It's so funny.
They're
I
always
love it.
long. Okay, I'll read it. I don't know what IRL is.
In real life, this is what
Oh,
you said. Yeah. So I shorten everything. So just yell out if you don't know.
in real life, I woke up from a dream with a parched throat. Well, yeah, with my parched throat, and it's for me, it's like all of this is parched. I know I've traveled. It was, because I don't like snore or sleep, but yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, with the parched throat, this is my tell when I know I've been traveling. I caught a glimpse of someone in real life. 3 of myself.
That's meant to be an and, not the
Oh,
said.
and friends, some for him. We both saw probably each other.
We both said she looks like Prince because you were talking about Prince. Yeah. So yeah.
I can just tell you real quick.
Tell the dream. Much better. Do it.
Real quick. Okay. In the dream, somehow or another, it's always like a set of threes. It was me and like 2 male cousins, and then the guy in question, it was him and 2 male friends. And somehow or another, we were in this big house. And it was like all white walls and lots of doors inside. Lots of doors. And somehow or another, I caught a glimpse of this man and he caught a glimpse of me. And at the same time, he said, "Oh, she does look like Prince." And I said it about like myself too, but I don't know, like second person or something. And he said it to me, and I'm looking at him, and physically, he's like the type of guy I go for. Don't tell my boyfriend. He's He's like the type of guy I go for. He was like very tall, light skin, curly hair, and he had glasses. And I saw him, and immediately I felt like an emotional connection. But he said, but I guess I look like Prince, like a little Prince, the singer. And I'm trying to visualize that. How do I look like a guy? But I look like Prince, and he thought I looked like Prince, but a female version of Prince. And for some reason, my cousins didn't really want us to connect. So they went on this like Scooby-Doo kind of mission to get me away from this guy, out of his view. And then it just really went into like a Scooby-Doo kind of thing. We're all running around. He and his friends are trying to chase me and my cousins to try to capture me so he could talk to me. So we're all running around, and it's like there's long corridors and there's lots of doors. Some doors are locked, and some doors are open. So my cousins, they were all running around, and his friends was all running around. And I was like, but wait a minute, he's cute. What am I running for? Let me just stay back here, and I'll just stay here by this door and wait for him to find me. And then I think when I decided not to run around with my cousins and just stand still and hope that the guy would find me, then I woke up, of course.
Yeah, perfect.
Then I woke up. And I was like,
so Angel Laurie, what was your take on that? What was your summation for yourself?
For me, being that ever since I was a kid, I'm what a lot of like psychics when I was young would tell me I'm a traveler. So I go interdimensional, and one psychic even told me I'm a time traveler, and I time travel with beings, and we use technology to send me back and forth in time. So for me, that house kind of inside reminded me of like how I've seen ships in my hypnotic regressions. The lighting was very, very white, and it just came from everywhere. It wasn't like there was like lighting fixtures in there. and the house kind of was smooth, like curved and smooth inside. So it's innerly lit and smooth. And then the doors, to me, I think those doors went to different dimensions.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was feeling. That though each door went to a different dimension, and that this young man, this attractive guy, he was from a dimension. I was from a dimension, but we had somehow seen each other. And I guess it that's why I was like, was that guy like my soulmate? Or was he like my twin flame just in another dimension? And somehow we met up in this experience, because he really seemed familiar and nice.
Beautiful.
He was very,
Yeah.
very cute.
It sounds like there was a little crush going on there.
Especially since I decided to stop running, because at first I was running with my cousins and trying to get indoors. Sometimes my cousins would run and try to bump through a door and it was locked. They couldn't get in and they would run, and they kind of lost track of me. I was like, but if you was trying to hide me, you would seem like you would have stayed with me to make sure you ferried me along. No, these guys were gone. They were running through doors on their own. They left me to my own devices. And my friends know, don't leave Lori to her own devices. They left me, and I decided I'm not going to run around because this guy is cute. Maybe he'll find me. That's why I just laid back, and I remember the feeling in it. I was like hiding in like a little nook of a door, and I was just waiting there.
Yeah.
And I felt diminutive. I felt like 4'11". That's how tiny I felt. I felt like I was like a little 4'11" female version of Prince.
That's
Prince was a cutie, for a guy.
Yes.
That's what I felt. And even he said I look like his. Then I was thinking, like, what is Prince? What is Prince to me? Why would someone think that I look like Prince, and why would I have an experience where I would look like a female version of Prince?
Well, I mean, with the Prince thing, remember famous people, it depends how you want to see it. And it'll be good to get Nick to get your input on this too. But often they can be a guide. So maybe you are being your own guide in this dream and as well. So that's just another way of looking at it. So because, yes, we have our traveling interdimensional dreams, but then what's the message for us internally as well from the dream? So yeah, and interesting because Nick, do you want to read what triangles popped there? It's really good, and guys, it's great to get different perspectives, and so yeah, pop in what if you pick up on anything for us.
And could that guy have been another version of yourself, experiencing another life you met there?
I don't know. I've met other me's in other realities. He didn't feel like me. He felt like a part of me. Maybe soul family, maybe. He didn't feel like a representation of Mimi, but he did feel there is a connection. And even now that I'm thinking and I'm pulling him back into my memory, he's like burnt into it. That being and represented the way it was is burnt into it. And I'm like, I don't know. I came away with it. I woke up. I was like, I don't honestly, I really don't believe in soulmates or twin flames. It's just not my thing. But he felt like maybe galactic connection. I don't know. But I don't know. But I don't think he was Mimi or a version of me.
Remember, we can also have slithers of our soul that we've actually swapped with other beings to have an experience almost through them and them through us, and we can be in completely different worlds. But I'm finding that at the moment, I don't know if this is what anyone else is finding, but we are actually, soul contracts are coming to an end. And so we actually have to do our soul retrieval. I had to do one the other day. I got this absolute download knowing you got to do a soul retrieval. I hadn't done one for like 10 years. And I went, okay. So I just sat there and just did it. It's so simple to do, really. And then this clarity that came through. I was like, oh, that's finished. So I don't know whether that's that's just came to me. So, so Nick, any thoughts from you?
Yeah. When Angel, you were talking, you just said imprint, I think. Oh, no, you said burnt in my brain, or you said something.
Imprinted in my.
Yeah, as soon as you said it, just about a millisecond before, I got the word imprint. In other words, it's part of you. It's not you, because you are you, only you now. You can't be another you that exists now. But it is part of you. And it's like when we all fractalize down and we become, and we're all connected, we come from the one source. So it is part of you. So I would actually, if it was me having this dream, I would start wondering, why am I being presented with this person? What does this mean for me? And all those doorways you were talking about, some are locked for a reason, others are open, and that's the possibility of what's to come and the opportunities there. So yeah, I sometimes read my dreams into two different layers. Like you said, it could be the traveler aspect of you, and you're starting to understand a little bit more about where you've come from or what other experiences you're having. But also I think there's still something to learn at the moment where we're in these physical bodies. So, and the Prince concept, I always get, if they're a guide for me in a dream, I think, what is it I like about that person? What is it that I see in myself about that person? And, you know, sometimes I don't get anything. Honestly, I just don't get anything. I think I don't see what it is. But then as time goes on, it's like something else will come up that will start to make me remember what it was that was part of it. So yeah, there's so many facets to this, and there's so many different opinions, and of course we're all so different. And so the best way is to do what you're doing, which is trying to interpret it for yourself. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah,
I think both you ladies hit it. But Marie, I think you nailed it, because I did have a discussion with my guides, and I've been told I was told that I don't have like a few guides. I have guides enough to fill up a room. So, and I always tell people I feel that I represent councils, not just, and so they have like a lot of beings that, I don't know, I guess they switch out and work with me. I don't know. Yeah. But I did cancel contracts. I canceled contracts about, I would say maybe a little over a week ago. I canceled contracts. I was like, because the eclipse is coming up, and I don't know where I heard it, but I heard that the eclipse time is the time when you couldn't cancel contracts. So I was like, well, let me get a head start. So I was like, listen, I am canceling all contracts that no longer serve me, and any contracts that I didn't make in full cognizance with beings that made like sneaky little contracts. I cancel those. I was cancel culture. Cancel. So maybe that is that being was like a sliver, and maybe because I did say I made new contracts, I made new life agreements with beings to, you know, get particular things done. And I was like, and I'm making this of my free choice. So I did that. So maybe that's one of the beings that I free choice.
Yeah, but and I think even a soul slither or a imprint, it's sort of similar, isn't it? Because it's still an energetic aspect. So it's so interesting you said that, because I pulled cards for you, and what came up was the moon card. Now, to me, when the moon card comes up, it can signify that there is something that's out of place that can cause a little bit of our psyche to have to go through a shift and a change. And then the next one that came up was the Two of Cups. So this is a connection with another aspect or a relationship, something that's come together. And then the Star card. So to me, this is our beautiful divine aspect, but we make choices as to how we bring it through into this world. So that sort of sums up what we've been talking about, really, with that dream.
I kind of got the Star card yesterday because I did a podcast yesterday, and a young lady named Christy Campbell, she was I guess she was like reading energy while we were all having a discussion, and she told me that she was from what she saw, she said that she sees me as a star. That there's like a star. I'm like a star being, and my lineage asked me to come here. They asked for me to come, and the way she said it, I was like, that sounds like me. She goes, they asked for me to come to help heal the family line, and when they asked me, I was kind of like, do I really have to? But I agreed. But when she said that, I was like, that sounds just like me. That's my energy right there, to be like, take a deep breath first, realizing, I guess, the magnitude of what I'm being asked to agree to. And then she said, but she said, I came from far, 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 far up that lineage down here. And she was like, that's why I don't really connect to my family members here. I always felt so different from them. She goes, because I'm like a distance from them. But she says, yes, she says she saw me as a star. She goes, I can't, she goes, she didn't even hear like specific star families like Pleiadian, Lyrians. She goes, she just saw the star. But she did see my dog Thor, my Siberian Husky.
Wow.
And she saw my pink dragon, because I have 2 dragons, but which Thor is one of them. But I have a pink iridescent dragon, and she saw my pink dragon. I was like,
that's pretty cool, isn't it? It's nice confirmation when you actually get that from people. So, but I was just going to say, we have got Niobe's dream, and we'll maybe do an actually, and it links in with the lineage, with everything you're talking about. And I had another friend saying that they were here to do the lineage work as well just the other day. So again, we've got some synchronicities going on. So actually, Nick, do you want to read this one through?
I think Lady Hawk says she had canceled contracts too.
Yeah, so we popped that up there. Yeah, so which is amazing. Like I said, it's almost like we get a hit on what it is we need to do in any moment, and it seems to be like that. It's all of us getting that little hit at some stage. So very synchronistic.
Yeah.
So Naomi says, I was in a house with a small family group with a male dominating figure. I was a younger girl. Suddenly a visual overlay appeared, lots of small red and yellowish dots throughout the space, like a graph, almost like an old analog TV. I stopped to look around at it and thought, I might be losing connection to this space. So I need to get on with what I came here to do. A moment of lucidness within the dream. Then I look inside. There is a fire overtaking the neighbourhood, moving our way. I'm not afraid, but I know I need to quickly grab a couple of personal items and prepare to exit. A sense that my time to this space and these people would be ending it was a good thing.
And then Niobe's actually put up a comment, which is really cool. Do you want to read this out for us, Angel Laurie?
Sure. Have had visual overlays appear in a few other dreams, holographic or grid-like. Curious if others have experienced this. It makes me feel like there is a physical component to it, to dreams as well. We know we can heal emotionally, but can also travel and work within our physical and energetic bodies as well. Sort of like Ant-Man.
Yeah. So, and this is what you've been talking about as well, Angel Laurie, and I feel it's just so relevant, and it's so good to be able to discuss this, because people go, oh, I'm not going cray-cray. This is actually something that other people experience. And I think it's right. And I think, Niobe, I think you've actually said that beautifully. So I don't know, has anyone on here, have you had overlays appear? Like, if you had any sort of things coming through that looks like an overlay? I mean, I know I've had sacred geometry. I've had the flower of life come through like a holographic overlay, not exactly the same as what Niobe's talking about. But has anyone else? Have either of you two, Nick or Angel Laurie?
Yeah, I used to get this sort of shaping going over, very fine lines coming through.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And could you see clearly through it or not? Was it sort of a little?
No, I could see through it. Yeah, it was just sort of like part of, and I sit there and rub my eyes and I think, is it just something here? What is it? But no, it happens every now and then, less so now. And I'm getting more of this, like I said, like a plasma-y ether thing happening.
Yeah. What an Angel Laurie, is there anything that you want to add to the comments that Niobe and Nick have made?
Well, when it comes to like an overlay, the only thing I can say is I see like the sky as an overlay,
Yeah.
because I see words. The clouds will make words, so and or letters, and I look and I'm like, what am I seeing? So I guess maybe that's the way I see an overlay.
Yeah, which is exactly right. Everyone has a different perspective and how things come to them and how they decipher.
I
So
like geometric patterns. That would be cool.
oh, it's so cool. And the frequency that comes through, and then they'll morph in and out and they'll change from pink to gold, this and go right through my body. And then I remember I've done it a couple of times and I woke up and it was still going on. I went, oh, this is really cool. That's what I was thinking. So yeah, it's really cool. So I love my energy dreams when they happen. So
Oh, I was talking in real life.
yeah. Oh, well, okay, gotcha. Yeah,
and I certainly have through the dreams. Yeah.
So should we do this? We're going over a little bit, but that's okay. We'll just do this dream, and then we'll say goodbye to everybody. So, what do you, Nick? What comes through for you and with Niobe's dream?
There was. Can we go to the next part of it? Sure. Talking about the small red yellowish, because that'll be a colour that will be representing things. I'm sure the combination of those colours, and I think we're getting to the point now where we can understand what colours mean. Yes. The old analog TV, sometimes familiarity of things, and what is a television? It's sending us messages. Is it an illusion though? Is that something that's maybe not necessarily the reality? And then she talked about losing connection to space. Oh my God! When I read that, I actually thought, we're going through this birthing canal. This is the ending. We are losing. We're starting to lose that old connection. The old TV as well. That concept. It's like we're letting it all go now because we're so close to seeing what we've come here for, and what I get from it too, which is, and I know it was meant to be, the very last thing I woke up with was this song, Love Potion Number 9, in my head. So 9 to me is that endings, ready for the new beginnings, like your doorways as well. The doorways, they're open. There's possibilities out there. Where are we heading? Which canal are we going to go down to next? We agree on it as individuals and as a group. And also the fact that it's a love potion. We're getting this beautiful wave of love coming in, and it's magic. A potion is like mixing up and creating this magic together. So for me, it's all tying in together. All of these dreams are just all tying in together now. It's like a big set of balloons coming in and we're holding them together.
Beautiful. And it's like we're being given jigsaw puzzles by all of us. And it's helping us to actually create this beautiful piece, this jigsaw that becomes a picture. And you're talking about the love. I mean, Seraphina was the name of the person, the angel sort of thing in my dream last night. And she's the angel of love and family and new beginnings. And so it's, again, we're getting that sort of theme coming through, aren't we?
Yeah.
So Angel Laurie, what are your thoughts with this dream? Anything that's jumping out to you?
Well, I don't know, but I was focusing on like the parental, the dominating parent for her. For some reason that hit me, and for me it meant like a restructuring of authority for her, like a restructuring of how she views authority figures, that now she is equal. She was a younger girl with a dominating parent, male domination. So now it's like she's coming into her power. And that visual overlay was like when you change your clothes and you put on a new outfit. So you're leaving that old outfit behind and you're putting on a new garment, which empowers you. And now you're just a more empowered being. That's what I'm getting from it. And then
I love that. Yeah.
The small red and yellowish dots. What does red and yellow mean?
So red, if we're going to correlate it to a chakra, it's your red, which is your base, which is action, which is family, which is actually grounding to the earth. It can mean anger in some cases, but usually it's this fire. And then the yellow is the solar plexus. This is how I see it. And that's empowerment. So I love that you actually brought that up, because that really ties in beautifully there. And the fact it was a small family, in a house with a small family group, you're right, it's almost like an expansion. So, and as Nick said, it's leaving the old behind. So was that masculine aspect of you, Niobe, as well, overpowering that beautiful feminine and the inner child? So, so it could be this new balance happening, like Nick was saying. It's like a new birthing of ourselves. Yep. So that's thank you for bringing that up, Angel Laurie, because that does really help to paint such a complete picture with it. It's beautiful. So
I think that dream is meant for all of us.
Yes,
it's meant for everybody listening.
Yeah.
Share the video so other people can get the message too, because it's transformation, and it's upgrading. We're upgrading. That's what it is.
And as we talk, even, and this is the other thing, so people that are watching this this gorgeous connection afterwards, after the live, you will still get the energy hit as it comes through. Like when I was telling my dream, like Nick was saying, oh my gosh, I felt that energy coming through from that healing that came on. So just know you will get a hit of energy from this, and this is what it's about. It's about sharing, which is beautiful. So, but oh look, so thank you, Angel Laurie, for coming on. I'm so happy that you did. And see, guys, you can be brave and you can come on. Like like Dave has done and like Angel Laurie's done. Doesn't matter if you pop in for a few minutes or it just doesn't matter. So it's very easy to do. But Angel Laurie, do you want to tell us about your YouTube name and how people can find you?
Oh, I'm on YouTube and it's Angel Laurie 555. I picked 555 because everything's always changing for me, so I had to put that part of my name. So Angel Laurie 555, and right now I'm still exploring my own personal journey. So it's the hypnotic regressions and the things that I'm doing. But in about a month, I'm going to start interviewing people, and I would love to have you ladies on my show.
Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be fun.
And it's just in my format is I'm reaching out to like people like us, average everyday people, not people who have been in the community and have famous names. No, people like us that have experiences from childhood and fascinating things that happen throughout the course of their lives. So that's what I'm going to start to do. But for now, it's just my hypnotic regressions, and also I work very closely with Maya from SOSQHT. But I started with Alyssa. Alyssa is the very first person that did a hypnotic regression for me. And that's what really opened me up. That was, 2021 she did that, but 2020 I woke up, then Alyssa. So it's like
beautiful.
She was divinely chosen to help me. And I love her. I love her
too. She's beautiful.
She was wonderful, and I want to do her too.
Yes, of course. I know she's got it. Yeah, she's done an amazing journey as well. So
yeah.
So she's incredible. So, but look, thank you everyone for being on. You're so loved. And Angel Laurie, thank you for coming on, and our beautiful Nick as always. And I'm not on tomorrow. I have another beautiful celebration of life to go to, so I won't be with Elisa. So next week, my loves, we will see you then. Okay.
Thank you all up. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Marie. Thank you, Angel.
Thank you. Bye, Nick. Bye, Marie.